Hi guys, good afternoon all. Good Dean, howdy guys. Just wait for a couple more people to join, hopefully. Yeah, start at 4 o'clock. So last goal's coming off a bit at 2:30 at one stage. 2:32. So I can see a bit of a high there. Thought it had to at some stage, hey? 4 o'clock. Right, let's get started. See the NAD coming off a bit. It's too late to call whether it's going to be sustained or not, but at least it seems to be holding below the 13.150 mark. It seems to find a bit of exhaustion, so we're getting a bit of a pullback. Whether it'll turn into a full downside, we shall only wait and see, but it's looking more likely. So we'll just have to bear a little patience on that. And to those who took it, well, they're a little bit of a profit. We wouldn't get too excited yet, but anyway. Dow, very unusual, is going the opposite way. It did last 10 minutes, and I looked about 10 minutes ago. Yes, it's going exactly opposite. You don't see that very often. Then you know there's something funny. Remember, the Dow 30 contains the Googles as well as the NASDAQ and the Apples. So in theory, not exactly, but if one goes up, it might not be the same speed, but in theory, the other ones should follow suit. To see them go in opposite direction, this shows how confused international markets are. You know what I'm saying? That's a good indicator. I haven't seen gold going up as much as it has. It means a lot of fuel. Well, we know ourselves. So we're not alone, put it that way. And I think, actually, I don't know if I've seen that. I must have. I can't remember. I last saw one going up, the other one going down. So it just shows how confusing it is. Okay, anyway, so be it. Okay, well, there you go. I don't know if it's going to be sustained upward. We shall see. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes, CHFJPY. Now it's trying to come off. I don't know what's going on in this bear market. I really don't. It's doing beautifully earlier on. Let's just get this out of the way to see what's going on. Yeah, I was doing beautifully earlier on. We're on the make it on the hourly one, right up there in a beautiful profit. Then look at it. Just no, maybe we'll recover. I haven't the slightest fogginess at the moment. Just so incredible directions. Anyway, it was in profit. Maybe we'll get back there. AUD. What was the other one? AUD CAD. Well, slightly. We'll see if that holds there on the daily 200. That was the idea going in. Solly's idea. So that seems to be doing well. It's okay. At least in the blue, but afternoon. But say that look at this CHFJPY. That just about says it all. Look at that. So one look, go back to 1 hour, says it all. There we are. What's the time now? 4, 3, 2, 1, 12 o'clock here. And 3 o'clock it was there. Yeah, no particular reason, just don't know what it's doing. But anyway, I'm still confident, probably hopeful is probably a better word. We're going to maintain this sort of support area, but otherwise, yeah. Okay, sorry, something like that. I've never been so frustrated. I do my entire trading career out of the international markets at the moment. But on the bright side, I'm small fry. Believe me, the big guys there very, very well.
Roger, permission to speak.
Of course.
I am, I think, just as confused as the big players are. If the news is negative, like what came out now from America, it's good for the inflation, the CPI, but it's bad for economical growth. So it seems that nobody knows on which side they actually want to be.
Yeah, basically. Yes. I mean, the one you're referring to is the ADP, all that data processing that came out at 14:15. Came out 145. That's a job openings. So 145 jobs created, but 200 were expected. So slightly less jobs created. That effect has on the market these days. In the past, you gauge some of it. These days, you can't. You can only see what the hell the market reacted to it. You could say it's less inflationary, which might be even good for the dollar, but then they're worried about interest rates increasing again because of bank problems. So in the end, what did the dollar do? In a way, not so confusing. It came off a bit. I think a lot of it's to do with there's so much fear out there. That's why a lot of money is being plowed to gold. They say, I don't know what's going on, but what I do know, over aeons, gold has held its value. So I'd rather stick it in that stability area. It might not get much growth. It might not be shooting the lights out, or it has at the moment. But and it pays no dividends or interest, we know. But at least it's a safe haven, and that's what's happened at the moment. And as that gold goes up, more and more the likelihood we're going to have a rapid pullback. And it usually, where the trigger comes from, usually the United States, but we don't know. Once we get another trigger, another bank failing, that could be the trigger, and then you're going to get a mass fall off. So that's the situation at the moment. It's just hovering, like you see my finger like this, hovering like that before kabang, because it doesn't know what it's doing at the moment. That's what it is there. My finger going up and down, you can see it.
No, I understand, but look at the non-farm employment was 145, so it was more favorable. And then at 1600 hours, your non-manufacturing PMI came in, and it's also less. So in other words, it's damping the global economy or the economy of America. And all of a sudden, the gold price started dropping.
No, hang on. That was more of a profit taking. Got a bit of resistance. Come to that now. The PMI was not that much, but a little bit less, which means that's anti-inflation. I get that, and less jobs, which is poor from the point of view of jobs, of course, but it's a little bit against inflation. But gold has shot up so much. I think that's the profit taking pullback. I don't have to do anything. The price of eggs there. Let's go to the 15-minute and probably see what I mean. It's jumping around a bit. It's getting a bit nervous at that level there. Look, I've got on the weekly here. I need to get a previous high. And it's getting a bit overcooked, as you can see there. And I think that's a lot of guys having just basically TPs getting triggered. If you get 100,000 people with decent sized positions and the TP is around about that level there, 2030 or whatever it was, that's going to initiate sells to exit the position, fallback. I think it's just a bit of a pullback until we're going to have another attack on it. Whether it comes back to 2000, I don't know. But at this stage of the game, I can't see how 2000 would not hold. New information comes in, that could be changed. But at this stage, I think 2000 will hold. Whether it pulls back that far before it bounces again, God alone knows. I certainly don't. But what I do feel is 2000 is going to hold. And if it does get back that far, it will give us another buying opportunity. That's the way I see it anyway. But they can't, even though it's slightly less inflation, which is fairly good, the pressure now is not to increase interest rates anymore. Increase in oil price because of the Saudis' reduction in production. That will probably take care of the inflation itself. Okay, well, you create inflation, so you take care of the interest rate problem in itself. So I think it's going to be staying on the sidelines with that, coming to May as things change. And then there'll be a lot of pressure to bring it down. It just needs another bank to go under before we're going to see some serious issues. Not a small one, but a big one, that is. Okay. But the bottom line is, anyway, finding company at the moment, when you get that kind of rattling nerves, fear, emotion does take over, as we all discussed many times, and they're getting a lot of irrationality, which makes trading conditions difficult. We'll go back to CHF JPY. What's it doing now? That's decided to come off a bit more now. That's guesswork. Now it'll probably come back here. I have no idea. It doesn't know itself. Why would it suddenly shoot up? Let's look at the Audi again. Shoot up there, doing just nicely. What would trigger it down? I haven't seen anything to do with Japan or Swiss to do that. Japan in particular all asleep now anyway. The more important point that I want to make is that once gold is sustained breakout past 2035, that's right, this is the resistance area. June gold contract. That means the futures contract, okay? If you don't know, I'll explain afterwards. Very much to know that. With a fall through over 275, that begins like being a fast, strong built-up phase. That's right. I've been saying that for a while. I'm expecting somewhere. I said it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I expect 2,000 to be taken up fairly soon. Moreover, once we confirm the next breakout move, I'm also expecting us to continue higher. This is to, yeah, but we haven't pulled back. But absolutely, yeah. That's exactly my analysis. Totally agree with that. Exactly. Which goes back to what I said at 230 odd mark. 1,000 and 2030 was the support area, just about the 2032 area, bit of resistance there. Absolutely. Pullbacks on the way. But yeah, that gets taken out. 260, 270, then 21, and then we'll see from there. Either that's decided to come off. No idea why. People ask, why is that happening? Why send a long out? Well, it's all right for long. Why don't we send a short out? They've been claiming, no, yeah, no idea. No idea why that's happening. What's triggering that? Nothing's come out in the Swiss franc, and Japan's fast asleep, so good know, don't know. AUD, what was the other? AUDCAD, yep, that one here. Sorry, a bit of frustration's coming to me. I'm trying to keep me cool a little bit anyway, but it's starting, I really starting to get to me now. It's dragging on like this. I want to get this correction out the bloody way so we can get back to proper preview. This is really no. Now that's come off now. See what I mean? It doesn't know what it's doing. Okay. Yeah. So was the Dow going the opposite direction again? I think it's probably the first time I've seen that. It must have happened. But at least that's coming off now. That's something. But very rare I see, because the big ones in the NAS make up the Dow. Not all of them, you know, but you get what I mean. So the point is they should not be exactly the same, but they're going completely opposite directions. I think that's the first. Must have happened, but maybe. So yeah. I can't really add anything to it. It's just, yeah. Just
But
go
Roger, I did see that the yen strengthened against most of the other currencies, the euro, JPY. So it seems that it's the yen that causing this problem with the CHF.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm thinking maybe got the wrong way around. I mean, I thought a weaker dollar would mean, yeah, weaker dollar, stronger dollar. Let's try and get this right, Roger. Stronger dollar means more yen. It's going to cost more. A weaker dollar means more yen. It's going to cost more with a weaker dollar. But for some reason, the weaker dollar seems to have a positive effect on the yen. I'm just trying to figure that out. I would have thought the other way around. But anyway, that's what's happening. So yeah, the dollar yen is definitely the exchange rate is coming down. The dollar's weakened. As a result, obviously, therefore the yen will have strengthened. So yeah, there we are then. But why would the yen particularly have that much effect on the Swiss franc or the whatever? You know what I mean? It's against the dollar. So I'm not quite sure. Unless it's got to do something, I just think a weak dollar is good news for Japan. Can't think why. Oh, hang on, let's get right. Stronger yen, a weaker dollar. No, because it means it's going to, dollar goes down, it's going to cost less, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm really getting my head screwed around this. If it comes down from 150 to 100, that means the dollar's weakened. That means the cost, yeah, that's correct. A weaker dollar means there's less yen That's it. It's less yen to buy their goods. So it's only costing, let's say, 100,000 yen to buy something instead of, let's say, 130,000 yen. Therefore, it's cheaper, so it should be good for Japan. Okay, that was the right way around. Got it right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stand in my head just about get it right. Yeah, so that's the reason. So it's actually added a bit of a weaker dollar means the biggest partner there is taking less yen to get it, so their exports should actually benefit from that. And yeah, so there it is. And it means it's costing them less to import oil, which is good for the yen. All right, get the idea now. So that may be, as you say, more to do with the yen on the CHF than the CHF itself. That's probably more the strength of the yen than anything else. Yeah, that's the strength of the yen. Okay, sure. A little bit of time, beg your pardon, but there we go. Got there in the end. Okay.
So if you go short on the yen, or then we would have made a lot of money.
Yeah, would have. Yeah, if you'd bought the Microsoft
them.
250, you'd have made a lot of money. If you'd bought a 12,000 the Nasdaq, you'd have made a lot of money. If you'd sold at 3150, you know what I mean? Yeah, what you would have done if you'd done it. Yeah,
That's true. It's true. Just think about it.
Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, as I said, yeah, I thought it was a good trade. We agreed with it, and it was a good trade. But now, of course, it didn't. So yeah, where to from here? It's probably quite a bit of support, might get a bounce, but it seems to be like a strong yen at the moment. What's the dollar doing? Yeah, still the dollar's a bit on the weak side. Okay, fair enough. So going forward then, if the dollar keeps going down, we'd be looking at buying gold, selling off the indices, selling off the shares, and maybe buying the yen or something. Whatever, anyway, we'll see. But they're not manifesting. Yeah, I like that. Probably it's not manifesting normally at the moment. That's a bloody shame. And a classic example, like as I said, is the Dow going the opposite. It's coming right now, but actually I'm only going up when I believe NAS comes off. I don't think I've seen that before. It's not fun, this, I tell you right now. It's not fun. Right. Let's have a look at some of the others we had a look at. We'll think about these trades we had on with the momentum principle, momentum strategy. What we got out there. Let's get a piece of paper handy. US dollar sell 131.42. That was the one we did with the momentum strategy. See, I must admit, it's momentum strategy to me so far. I don't know, it's not doing too badly. That's clearly in a profit. 131.42. So that's 60 pips in profit because we did a momentum strategy and a sell. Why did we? You know, okay. So that's fine. US dollar is 90.50 against the Swiss franc. Where's the Swiss franc? Not a lot, but at least it's come off 20 pips. So momentum strategy today so far. We're up 20 plus, what was the other one? 80 pips. 80 pips on the momentum so far. Remember, we can make 125, 150 a week. You'd be laughing. Don't jump the gun though. Right, so the NAS and the was stopped out. Well, I'm sure about you guys, but I made quite a decent one on that one. So that was okay. The NAS was the buy. I think that might not be doing so well at the moment, but that's as big as it is. And yeah, CHF JPY, not so good. But anyway, not doing too badly today's momentum trades. Okay, that's fine. Seems to make a U-shaped recovery. That's true. You think so? We might well do that, actually. At least those two trades today going out on momentum phase, momentum strategy. Tell you what, on the daily, this seems to be holding for the time being, eh? What's it doing on the hourly? Yeah, if it comes back here, we'll do another momentum strategy one. Even though we might be going short on the other one, we'll see what happens, but we will do a momentum strategy. This might have a bit of a hedge. I'm trying to keep the two areas separate because I'm more and more leaning towards this. In tough times, you've got to have plan B. And this plan B works just for me, actually, not doing too badly. It's still holding Microsoft. Why wouldn't you, Tommy, if it's coming off a bit? Okay, so there it is. Brent's will come back a little bit as well. Okay, so just had a quick chit chat about that. Let's look at a couple of shares if you like. We're probably still a bit nervous on them, go to the daily, but yeah, we'll leave that till it breaks through. We'll start and have a look at Apple. Bit nervous at the moment, even because it's a buy zone, but I think it might come off well. I'm a bit nervous. Not nervous for most of it. That might come off, but we'll wait on that one. The Microsoft one I did mention, not too bad, and anyone took it on opening. Opened about what did it open at? I'll get a bit clearer. Opened at, can't see a thing on that. Opened at yeah, right about where it is now. So yeah, I still like it. I'm not sure the NAS at this stage is going to continue upwards. I still like it. Whether you guys like it or not, I don't know. But I'm still happy with it. If you've got it, hold on. If you do like it, we can make a plan. If you don't, I won't bother with the figures. And I'll totally understand. By the way, Etienne, do you do those two momentum trades, dollar yen, dollar Swiss franc? Well, anybody can do that. Did anyone do them? Nobody? Oh, okay. Well, I've got them down here anyway, so I do.
That's fine. Okay.
Right, I can't really add much actually. Just you did the signals. Okay, fine. Well, we'll get a report back anyway tomorrow afternoon and see how they went. But anyway, so far not too bad if you follow them. The only thing is you do need a bit of time on it because it's slightly different. But anyway, we'll do a revisit and a recap tomorrow. If you do see anything in the meantime, just mention the strategy, momentum strategy or whatever. We'll look at it. We might have a look at this and say on the daily. It's a buy, do this one, quick check. No. The Dow might come into it if it comes back a bit more. You might want to be this on the hourly, but if it comes back a bit more, maybe do that. But even if you're going short the other one, we can still long on this one using this particular strategy and see how it comes on. Collier, of course, Dean, you're new to this. We evolved a strategy on Friday where we're using purely momentum, nothing else, nothing more complicated than that. I'm going to give an example. Pick any pair you like. Let's go, I don't know, CAD JPY, for example. You look at that and you look to see where on the daily it is. If it's, where's the 200 there? Okay, it's below the 200, never mind the 100, 200 and the 50-day moving average, the blue and the brown lines there. If it's below the 2, you look for a sell. If it's between the 2, you ignore it. If it's above the 2, you look for a long. Once you establish you're selling it, you go to the hour and you see if it's below this guy here. If it's below this guy here, then you would sell it. Now, ideally, you want to get in on the opening, which is about here. At the moment, it's come off about 15 pips. So you might say, let's wait for a bounce. But if it bounces back to maybe the opening here, around about this sort of level here, you'd look to short it down. Okay? And then you would follow it down as long as it stays below the 10-day. You do a 50 pip stop or 100 on the indices, 50 on the currencies, 100 on the indices. And then, well, you could do gold maybe, but gold's so far away to leave it for the moment. And then you just keep the 50 pip, move it down, modify, keep the 50 pip distance, and or until it, and if it stops you out, or if you want, if it comes down, you might get rid of your stop at 50 pips and put it just above the red line and just follow it down. So let's say you shorted it here on opening. On that principle, you'd follow it down, and then maybe keep a stop loss above there, maybe 30, 40 pips above the line there, and just follow it down and keep your stop loss maybe 20, 30 pips above the line, maybe 25, I don't know, above the red line, and just follow it down till it eventually breaks the red line and stops you out. That's the theory behind it. We've been doing it start on Friday, and yeah, what's today? Tuesday, right? Yeah. Wednesday, didn't it? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And well, as I say, it's when it's been doing better than trying to work out all the other fancy strategies, put it that way. We're just pure going with the momentum. Whether it makes any sense or not, I don't care. The momentum says up and it makes no sense, well, you go with it. If it goes down, go with it. And that's why you'd have an overall, I think the Dow's overcooked, an overall strategy of short, could keep high, but you'd stick with the ruling here. If it's above this red line, you'd be buying it. Because it's in the buy zone of the daily. Okay. And so far, as I say, after today's two so far, it's about just over 50% up, which is a lot better when you're going some terrible times at the moment. And if it does at 50 odd, 50 odd, when you're going through the terrible times, not the bad, terrible times, you should get up to 75 on the better times. Percent winners, I mean. Okay, I've all got that. So I kept two separate, and I've got a little journal for one of those, but I keep it separate. So I go over once a week. Then the idea is to just top it up at the end of the month and see if you can. We're trying to get consistency around 100, 150 pips a week in profit, and we can do that consistently. And then what we do instead of trying to get more pips, we just load the position higher. That's the point. I'd rather if guys are going to do it, try it out, and put at least a micro on it, but you don't have to, because it does give a bit of edge initiative. If you just do it on the demo, it takes the edge out of it. Same time tomorrow. Now, yes, right, we're doing, every day is except Friday afternoon, we do the trading room. Friday afternoon, we don't. The difference is Good Friday. The only reason I'm doing a 2 to 3 o'clock show is because of the non-farm payrolls coming up on Good Friday. Why? Because the previous Friday was the 31st. They were the first Friday of the month. And if they didn't, it would have to be the 14th, which is too late. That's the only reason on Good Friday. My problem with that, as I said, is I think it's going to be fairly thin trading Good Friday. So I've been probably, we'll do it anyway, to get people introduced to the trading room, see what's up for them, get them to counter strategy trade. But I'm a bit sort of hesitant whether it should be done or not, simply because don't think, even whatever figures come out, I think it's going to be fairly thin trading, and you'll be stuck in it till Tuesday. Remember, because it's the Easter holiday, obviously. So that's the point. Hope I made myself clear. I beg if you haven't, ask again or get someone else to explain it maybe better than me. But if it's the biggest hindrance we're having with trade at the moment, it's not just trading conditions, is a lack of knowledge, which we're trying to help people to grasp on. The only way to do that, obviously, is correct. Help each other. Okay. All right. Okay. So I hope that's clear. If it didn't say so, we'll try and clarify further. Okay. Right. Anything else to add on that? Anything else to add on any trades? Anything you want to look at specifically? I'll do my normal in the meantime, copy and pasting the dollar index. We talk about it a lot, and it's important for you to have it. So I'm just going to copy and paste it for you in the chat line. Keep a note of that, and of course, vital is the economic calendar. You must keep an eye on that. You don't want to be getting into a US dollar trade or whatever, just before a major fundamental comes out, or the pound or the euro, same principle. Yeah, well, I'm different to you. I did 4 scalps, they're all winners, but I still made my wife pay for dinner. Gonna make a silly comment. Well done, mate. Well bloody done. Right, any comments? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, don't forget, right click, templates, save your template. Don't forget to do that. Wasn't a quiet moment, try and remember to tell you that. Put your name in there and save it. So if you lose it, you go right click, templates, and there's your save template. There you are. If you're not sure about the properties, left click, right click on it, and then left click on specification. Gives you the contract size, margins, all the information you need there. If you don't understand it, ask, find out. Or Google it, I don't know anything, but find out. I'm staggered how many people have been doing this for months and months and months and don't even know some that they're in leveraged positions. It's almost unbelievable. But anyway, that's the case. So it's very important you do know these things. You do your classes, your Forex classes, and you do your on Zoom, and you do your CFD classes on Zoom, and then and then attend trading room. Yeah, simple as that. Practical areas. Engage. I don't know how much money you've got, but I'll put my number down. I don't deal with people over 500 rand because never I'm wasting my time or wasting their time. There's no value can be added. If you've got more than 500, I can offer you advice, but you've got to be on point because I've got a lot of people I've got to interact with. So you get to the point, just say, hi, how are you? Just get to it. So what is the euro dollar? Because I can then answer it and then move on. If you've got more than 2.5 or $150, whichever currency you got, I've been up to my VIP, we get daily updates and you basically got more signals when they are there. Okay, so I'll put it down for you guys there. But remember, this is, we advise you, it's your business, your money. It's not a question where we're doing it for you. People seem to think we're doing it for them. No, we're not. We offer a signal, it's an idea, whether you take it or not, it's up to you. It's your decision. Always remember. That I totally agree with. You see a guy driving a flashy car, it's usually, probably not his either. So taking a right man number down, yeah. Has it come back and to get it there? Where we're on the 1 hour? Yeah. Well, it might be. I didn't say anything. What seems to be the upside? I mean, in that comment, you see it now. It's jumping around. Thought it might have shot up or something. Yeah. Yeah. No, if it comes back and bounces here, we might look at a long on the momentum one. Okay. Okay. So where were we, Dean? You're good with that? So fantastic, Dean. So at least you got that. I'm there for trading support. Don't ask me about stock market college or stuff the account manager can handle. They're the intermediary section. I'm on the financial advice section. So into financial advice, trading advice, stuff like that, assistance, that's me. It's technical, you go to the live chat. The account manager to open up accounts, anything, you know, the intermediary stuff, you go to him. At stock market college, you go to stock market college. Completely separate companies. They'll sort that out. Hopefully. Okay. And as I say, keep your expectations realistic, not outrageous. Some people have some extraordinarily outrageous expectations. Keep your goals, have your goals, but make them, you know, achievable. Expect to drive to Cape Town in 2 hours from Joburg. That's pushing your luck a bit. this your car can fly. Okay. Anyway, I'll come back to that just now. Right. Any question, guys? Any of you guys are not sure about something or want to interact with? Because we've discussed the trades, not many at the moment. And I'm going to be quite honest, at times like this, I am a little bit nervous. Well, that's fairly obvious. And you can understand the discussion with Farley, etc. So just be a bit on the cautious side until we get some sort of proper direction. The only way we get that, I think, is when we get a decent pullback.
There's none of the yen trades that you think we can chase?
Didn't think of that, actually, good point. Just been discussing it, good idea. So look. So what we're doing, we're buying the yen. So obviously we're selling the base currency. In this case, it's getting there. There we go. Wakey, wakey. Thank you, Mr. Murray. Mania Murray. Mania Murray. Keep that handy. AUD. Keep it handy. It's opening in 5 o'clock. Just wait for that. AUD. I might forget. Please remind me. Might get an opening here. Sell at 5 p.m. NB. Just written it down, but you remind me as well. Good idea. Let's do that. Good thinking, my friend. CAD JPY. We just discussed that. It's a sell, but I don't think it's right ready to go for it yet. Am I right to sell? Yeah, we want to get a slightly higher price. It might be okay now. Definitely get the right way around this time. Got caught out. I think it was Mandela that caught me out. Was it the other guy? What's his name again? Caught me out. Yeah. So it's definitely a sell. It's only 10 pips away. Yeah, I quite like that as a sell. What I didn't like, I think, is there's plenty of downside. I thought one wasn't much downside. Oh, there's plenty of downside. That's not a problem. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Anything happening there? Starting to come off a bit there. Let's have a look. What's happening there? Give it a couple of moments. Anything happening there? Well, I can't tell. I can't tell the next pit's coming from. There's no point in that. If you like it, we can look at that. Where's the stop? 50 pips. Do start off with 50 pips. Remember, there's 100 on the indices. 50 pips away is right out the way there, so that's fine. That's on the 1 hour. That's about several hours ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking okay. Right. Should we do that one? I'm happy with it. I'm going to write it down anyway. You'll like it or not, guys, because that is the strategy we're working on. It's 24, 90 around a pip, 50 pips above your stop. Simple as that. So you get 97.40. So clear the stop will be 97.90. No TP. CAD JPY sell. I'll put the time down as well for these. And we got in at 16.35. Okay, if you want to take that one on that basis, that's coming up nicely. If it comes any further down, we can buy that. Thanks for reminding. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Right, have you got that, guys? Happy with that, well spotted. Look at gold quickly, then we'll go on to the yen. Thanks for your helping me out there. An idea? Yeah, oh, it's bounced a little bit. Yeah, I want to get the entry, but don't chase it because it could come back to 2000. Could come back to 2000. Can. This is the 1 hour, isn't it? Let's put the daily. Where's 2000 on here? Around about these levels. I think the round figure 2000 will hold. Even 210 seems to be a hold. Maybe we should have looked at 210, just missed it. Did you get it there, Maris? It obviously bounced off the 10 times 4 hour moving average. Right on it, in fact. Is he going to pull back a bit further? Keep an eye on it, Maris, for us. We might get an entry on that one. Missed it last time, get it this time around. Okay, let's keep an eye on that, if you don't mind. CAD JPY, AUD, what's the next one in line? It's a GBP in it. GBP, JPY. Put on the daily, it's on the buy, right? But we're trying to sell pound because we're trying to buy the yen. That's making me nervous. So we'll have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour is on the sell area with a stronger yen, but the 1 day is on the buy area, so we'll leave that. Hey, now just coming off the short sellers, about bloody time. Okay, NZD JPY daily, clearly in the sell zone. Okay, let's go to the hourly, ship sales. Should have got in on opening around about this level here. See, the top of the candle is the opening, closing down there. Okay, was the other way around. Opens there, close there, beg your pardon. It opened there, beg your pardon, other way around. Open there, close there on the red, open the bottom, and close there on the green. That ship sailed. If you want to chase it, tell me. I'm not going to. Where's the next one? JPY, we discussed that. And we've already got one going on that one. Have I missed something? CAD JPY, AUD, NZD, CHF, CHF JPY. That would actually be the sell, actually. But it's in the buy area, so you can't. Even though it's doing that, with a stronger yen, you can't do it. So there we are. We discovered, thank you there, Mr. Murray, CAD JPY.
Sorry, did we check the Euro JPY?
You were something missing, I didn't. Thank you. I had forgotten something, I couldn't remember what it was. Euro JPY on 1 hour. It looks like the ship has sailed, we got an entry there, but it's a buy anyway, so that's not going to help. Euro JPY is in the buy zone on the momentum, purely the momentum strategy. On the 1 hour, we want to be above there to buy it. Not happening. Again, the yen strength is the way to go at the moment. So we'll leave that. And I don't want to change around the strategy just to see with a yen strength unless you want to do it on your own bat. I'd rather stick to the strategy, time being, see how it works out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Roger.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got visitors, so I need to knock off. I'll contact later and enter tomorrow again. Have a good trading session. Thanks.
Okay. And thanks very much for your contribution as always. And yeah, we'll hope you enjoyed yourself. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Thanks, mate. Okay. Yeah. So we looked at that. We looked at the gold quickly and see how they move. Now we just took the CAD JPY and we got in at 40. What's that doing? We just took it a few minutes ago on the momentum strategy, and already it's a few pips in profit. So that's okay. So far, so good. US dollar yen 131.42. That's pretty good as well. Last we looked. Yeah, that's still in profit. That's okay. It jumped a little bit, but still in profit. And the US dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, it's not much, but it's bouncing around like it always bloody does. That's trading for you, buyers and sellers. But at least it's seems to be doing okay at the moment. We're in a bit of profit all on three. Keep your fingers crossed. AUD CAD, it's in blue now. That was the one for the normal one. So normal we sent out. AUD CAD. Thanks for reminding them on Dealy. That was the trade we sent out earlier on. We actually got out from the trading, if you remember, and then obviously posted to the group. And that's in a, what's it in now? I forgot that. Just show me other journal here. Yeah, I should have written it down. Where is it now? It's pretty rubbish here. Oh, here it is. Beg your pardon. AUD-CAD, I've just started. Okay, AUD-CAD, round about break even. But yeah, it's breaking even at the moment. JPY, well, we just looked at it just now, and it's giving us some jip. We'll see. That's a strong yen. At least we've managed to work out some reason behind it. That's fine. We had a sellout this morning on the NAS at 13,080. And what's it doing at the moment? Well, clearly that's in a bit of profit. 100. Remember, you do well if you can make up good pips on these. 13,080 to 12, 60. It's about 120 pips. So we're doing okay on that one. Yeah, I'll just signal electronics, yeah. And the Dow 33.30.40. Dow is still a little bit down, but anyway, we'll see. One's evening out the other. Okay. EUR-AUD. Let's have a look at that. Well, it's a neutral zone, so you can't do momentum on it. Sorry about that. No, it's in the buy zone. So we're looking to buy that. Okay. But I'm not looking at a normal trade, look at momentum trade. I think the ship might have sailed. No, I haven't sailed. It's not quite there yet. So it gets above the momentum, which is the 10-hour moving average on the buy. We can look at that, but not at the moment. And I wouldn't do it normally. And your Microsoft's coming down. I thought it would, but did you guys? You can get in on opening today. Would be a pretty good idea. I wouldn't start at 4. They opened at 3:30, but yeah, that's fine. But I think so many people have been a bit bitten on it. So they're probably a bit reluctant, and I wouldn't blame them, but anyway, it's doing okay. coming to fruition, the plan. Okay. Banks, are they still pretty strong after what's been happening? I'm expecting some downside on these, but I'll leave it for a moment. Airlines, what's the airline doing? Nothing at all, leave it. What's Walmart doing? Defensive stock, everyone's going to eat food. Man, I'm not surprised. That's probably what carried the Dow a little bit. It's so big, this company is so large, it might have carried the Dow a bit despite the others. Whatever, anyway, it's not doing too badly. Tesla, jumping around. Yeah. If you spot a share, we can look at it. I can't see one at the moment. Oil, leave it alone. Gold, anything happening, or will we miss the bus again? I'm don't know about you, Marit. I'm scared to join it now. I want to get a better price. Oh, okay, Anna Marie, fair enough. Okay, thanks very much. I don't know if you've taken any of those trades, Anna Marie, but if you had, they weren't doing too badly after all the moaning and groaning. Anyway, it's good to have you, and enjoy and catch you tomorrow. Right. $1, yeah. In theory, it should be bouncing. The dollar is weak at the moment, so you'll be buying the euro. Dollar's having a bit of a bounce at the moment, so that might be the cause. But yeah, that's a bit overcooked territory. Here, you want to be buying at this level. That's where you want to be buying it. Okay, we've got somebody new joining us. I don't know if you've been here before. I don't recognize the name. It's Zinley, is that right? Zinchley. I'm not sure I properly pronounce it. But anyway, good day. First time, you can unmute and ask questions and interact. Forum, that's what it's for. You can be proactive, you're not sure about something. And you can post in the chat line any questions. I don't know what your experience is or anything like that. But if you've done your Forex classes and your CFD classes, you've done your platform training, welcome. If you haven't done anything, you might find this area a bit confusing. But it's up to you. Tell me where you are, and I will not just me, all the guys here will welcome and help you along. Okay. It's important to interact. So if you're not sure about something, just tell me. Okay, we talk about something, what do they mean? I'll clarify it. Okay. All right. All good. Members of the forum, an interactive area, and you won't learn everything in one day. All right, coming back to euro dollar, yeah, I'd like to buy it, I agree, but will that support hold, or we get a better price? I'm just a bit nervous at the moment. Or do you think it might be worth buying here, where we put the stop down here, 65 pips, and taking it to here? Not worth it. Try and get a better price, leave it for the time being. But if you're in long, Lorenzo, I'll be in favor of being long, certainly in short. So that should be okay. Right. Okay, so there it is. We've got a few out in momentum, and we've got a couple out in the longer term. And CHF JPY is giving us some jip. But the other one's not too bad. Okay. 54.55. Did he get there? It might have got stopped out. Bloody thing. It's doing so well. Up about 30-40 pips earlier on. Just hang on by the skin of its teeth at the moment. Well, yeah, that's the theory. So I wouldn't have been quicker hitting the TP. I'm not too sure about that, my friend. But yeah, it might happen a little bit of yen weakness. I'm so nervous this bloody thing at the moment. I just wonder whether I should have moved. I nearly did move the stop to entry. I thought, no, give the bloody trade a chance. It's doing fine. And yeah, looks like it's come back to bite at the moment, but we'll see. Very wishful. Let's have a look at the goals. Any coming off? No. Yeah, it's coming off a little bit. We might get it. I'm wondering we'll get to 2000, maybe 2010. We'll look if it gets there. Yeah, that's coming right anyway. So good. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, just mentioned that. And it's just like I was saying, it's a nice profit now. Look at it. Know that, yeah. Just been talking about it. At least that's coming off a bit. You're at Microsoft there, and Tom, that's some pretty good news. Yeah, so the NAS is doing okay. AUD, last I looked, was okay. Yeah, it's okay. This one, of course, is a problem. Not this one, I mean Swiss franc one. Yeah, and the momentum one's doing okay today. That's good. Had JPY, just want to check that. Yeah, that's a nice bit of profit going at 40. It's nearly 20 pips, about 15 in profit. Dollar yen. A little bit of recovery, but we're still 40 pips in profit. And the Swiss franc, what's that? We've got at 50. Where's the Swiss franc? Back to square one. Okay, any comments, guys? I'm doing the platform trading tonight because Clinton's got stuff to do, so I'm filling in there. But you should all know about platform trading. You shouldn't be here if you don't operate the platform. But that being as it may, if you don't, you need to. When I do it, I don't go into too much detail. Just try and get the guys to know how to put a trade in, load their watch list, close a trade, what a pending order is compared to a market order, and that sort of thing, just the basics. Well, all you do is you look at the risk reward. If you think the trade is good, it might be thinking, oh, the trade's not working out, leave it. If you think it's just a pullback better than entry, then you can work it out yourself. Yeah, that's the idea. We're here to help you, but hopefully by now you can use the calculator to work out your own trades. You should not be relying on forevermore someone to do that for you. The idea is to get you going where we get to the stage we're on a plane where we throw advice at each other. We shouldn't be continually going over, how to, where do you put your stop and how to work out your risk. That should certainly be covered by now, Okay, that's fine, Dean. That's fine. And interact with them like you're doing now. Some guys just look at it and I'm not sure they know it or not because they don't give me feedback. GBP-CHF. We had a short out on that, didn't do too bad, I think, last time. Look at the momentum trade. It looks, first of all, look at the daily, not for a momentum trade, it's a neutral zone. Is it like to come off further at the pound? It's given me some very serious headaches at the moment. I find it a little bit unfathomable. But having said that, I'm more favor the Swiss than the pound. I totally agree with you on that. But at the moment, it seems to be more or less a range where it's the bottom of the range now, well, not quite the bottom, maybe the bottom. It's fairly at the bottom end of the range, and it could actually easily go back up again. I'm just a bit nervous of this one at the moment. I agree about the weakness of the pound. You might feel confident enough to do it, it's up to you. But I'm just a little bit range trading, and at the bottom of the range, I'd be more confident it was coming off. More confident it was coming off around here, then I'd be much more confident to take it down there. At the moment, I think either breakthrough here will maybe get a better price. But short to me, I agree with. But the moment's a range you could bounce. Okay. You'll see what I mean by that? Profit taking bounce. It was a buy trade, was it? Okay. When we do that the other day, I've got so much paper down. But I think it was a buy because he's up there and we got in a buy on the hour because it was above there somewhere. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Be there. I can't remember. It looks like it's coming off anyway. All right, so there we are. Anything to add on that? AUD JPY sell at 5, not quite 5. What's happening there? AUD JPY from momentum one we're looking at. See if it's going to open up on the 100 where I'm looking for a short. Yeah, it's coming off a bit. I'm hoping to get in really about 5, see if we get a decent price. Why are we waiting for 5 o'clock? Why do we wait for 5? That's clearly below there, 4321. We should be getting in there. Is a sell, isn't it? AUD JPY, it should be. Yeah. Why wait for 5? Got wait for 5 o'clock. I just go, I can't go in now. Can we get a decent run down? There's plenty downside, yeah. Every time it goes up, the sellers are coming in. Where's 50 pips on here? Yeah. I reckon momentum trader. I quite like it. What do you think? If that's okay from a momentum trader perspective. What do you think, guys? Oh well. No one bites the bloody dust. And it was a profit. Yo. Okay, right. 80, what was it in it? Between the spreads called 84. Okay, 87, 84. 88.34 is a stop loss. Don't put a TP, just put a stop loss in and ride it, modify and ride it and keep your stop above the red line and hope we can get something out of this one. What number is this? I've done the wrong one. Beg your pardon. AUD JPY. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Morris, good stuff. Well, Morris leave, I'll keep an eye on the gold. We might get something there. Might be leaving a little bit early today myself. Especially a bit quiet, give it a break because I've had lunchtime Zoom, morning Zoom, afternoon Zoom. Now I've got to do an evening Zoom, so I'm getting a bit zoomed out at the moment. You get sick of the sound of my voice, I'm getting sick of the sound of my own voice as well. But that being as it may, yeah, so what's the AUD one doing? Is that giving us any hope? Wasn't even as solid as this one. Yeah. So here's a new strategy, guys. It's my trade, you do the opposite. If somebody else's, you go with it. Because this was actually, we sent it out to everyone, but it was actually Solly came up with the idea, and I liked it very much. I agree with it. And the CHF JPY turned out to be a beaut. Then the list of was just fallen off now. Strong yen, I think that's the problem. At least we found what the issue is. If we don't know what the issue is, it makes it worse. AUD JPY, you did not get it. How do you mean you didn't get it? What do you mean by you didn't get it? You mean you didn't understand why we're doing it? Is that what you're saying? Okay. I'm mute because we need to move on. What? No, the stop loss. Yeah, you need to be more clear. Otherwise, half information is worse than none. Okay, 50 pips above. So we got in at where else thing now? 87.84. So your stop loss should have been at 85.34. Just 50 pips above entry. So if you're going short, you get that price. Going long, you're getting that price. So going short, be 50 above that. Obviously, 88.34. Is that right? Yeah, 88.34 will be a stop. It's obviously come off a little bit if you want to chase it. Come off, yes, come off about 7 pips. You got it. Good stuff. Remember, it's quite simple. 50 on the currencies. We haven't done the goal yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And 100 on the indices. When I thought indices, I mean Dow or NAS. What about the Dow? What's happening with Dow? Trying to come off. That's good. Is the NAS trying to come off still? Yeah. Getting some nice movement on NAS. 100 and where's the NAS? 160 pips in profit. Doing well. That's today. 160 pips. That NAS can make your week's target on its own if you get it right. That's all I can do. So the NAS is coming right for us. Dow's got a good chance of coming right. And okay, Lorenzo want to do the euro dollars a buy. Oh, that's right. I remember it now. I put it down. Some guys want to do it, but it wasn't one of my trades. It wasn't set out, and it wasn't a momentum trade. So no, that's going on. I've forgotten about that. You mentioned earlier on euro dollar. It's come off a bit. Swiss franc, unfortunately, to stop. That to stop, but the others are doing okay. That is good news. In fact, far more doing okay today than not. So at last, back to normal, guys. Hey, Dion, I tell you, come in when it's been a bit of a hectic time. I tell you, maybe it's coming a bit better now. Okay, yeah, it's a bit quiet now. Does anyone else want to look at before we shoot off? Because it closed a little bit early tonight, so I'm doing another Zoom later on, and it's starting to get a bit tired, to be honest. Maybe the old man's keeping in here, but that's not really the main reason. The main reason is we've got much else to look at. We've got quite a few out that seem to be doing all right. We don't want to push for it, and I just feel I'm starting to repeat myself a little bit. If any questions, clearly I'll help you out. If you don't have them, I can't answer them. So maybe just wrap it up and then catch you later on tomorrow. And those who want to learn how to operate the platform, they should know already, because they don't. I'm doing it later on, and make sure you interact. So by the time we finish, it shouldn't take more than an hour. Hopefully, you'll know that when you get an order, you get a trading idea, you like it, you know how to properly place it. Where can you do it? That's if you bought the course. You haven't bought the course. How can you trade? I mean, some guys, believe it or not, some guys try to trade with no knowledge, and that's dangerous. Stock Market College is where they sell training packages, which you invest in, and with that knowledge you gain there, you come and put to practice with Quick Trade, open an account and come to the trading room. I obviously can't give those ideas out because it's for only those who bought the course. So the Forex class on the course, anything like that, you go to your account manager, you know, and if you where the Zoom class will Stock Market College, you go to your account manager. I'm only on the trading side. Okay, Teresa. Okay, Dean. So yeah, where do the Forex classes? That's on your LMS. That should be explained when you bought the course. If you didn't and you're trying to trade and you come to trading room, it's like getting an aircraft you never flown before and said, right, mate, you're the pilot. Well, hang on a minute. You're going to crash the aircraft. You get the idea. So, yeah, go to your account manager. That makes sense? All good, team? Got that? Do you have the package? Okay, that's right. Yeah, okay, fine. All those sort of niggly things you've lost your login or whatever, account manager will sort you out, or the technical support, the stock market, whatever. It's a separate company. That's their business, not mine. Those guys will sort you out. That goes to them. I only help with the trading. Good. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Dollar strengthened a bit, so we'll see what comes of that. And we'll discuss again tomorrow morning. And those who need a bit of refresh on the platform training, I'll do it. I'm doing it tonight, about an hour, and then hopefully get it covered. Okay. Good. Thanks, guys. Pleasure having you as always. Cheers.